there anything else important that happened in Act 2? Yasue dies? Let's say Yasue dies. Yasue dies. Radom says, this AI read Jaya and assumed that should be enough character information for Zoro. Did Zoro really not want to fight in Jaya? Yeah, I think that was the one arc where Zoro really didn't want to fight. Yasue dies after being betrayed by Oden. He was captured by Kaido and was going to be executed. Okay, so Oden's a bad guy in our version of events. That's an interesting twist. Oden is a bad guy. Let's see if this prompts anything. But his mother is worse. And just in case that wasn't clear, Oden is a bad guy, but his mother is even worse. All right, cool. So we don't actually have to worry too much about Oden and his storyline in this version of events. He's just a bad guy. Does Oden fight Kaido? Terrasai says Morj isn't doing it correctly. Oh yeah? How should I be? Ruff Singh says bot doesn't seem to have any Wano information. Kaido fights Oden. Let's see what it says to that. Okay, the bot really, really doesn't like Oden. So Oden and Kaido have a long history together. They were both part of the Rocks Pirates, a ruthless band of pirates who terrorized the New World. Kaido was the first mate, and Oden was the captain of a crew called the Rocks Pirates. Why it was called the Rocks Pirates, we'll never know. It was the Oden Pirates. Oden was captured by the world government and executed, but not before he managed to fatally wound Kaido. That part is still canon. Kaido vowed to get his revenge on Oden, and he finally got his chance when he encountered Oden's son, Momonosuke, on an island in the New World. I'm surprised it was right about that. Kaido fought Momonosuke, but was eventually defeated. Kaido was then forced to retreat, vowing to get his revenge on Oden's son. Kaido versus Oden. They faced each other again. This is all right. We'll just throw this stuff in. It's just backstory. It doesn't really matter. Someone's telling me I should end things with add more text before you ask it to generate, given more details. All right. Cushion's telling me to do that. Let's try that. Okay. The Alliance of the Straw Hat Pirates, the Red Scabbards, and the Minks gather together. They are going to Onigashima to fight Kaido and the Beast Pirates. And then, does this work? There are other 9 pirates who are also going to fight Kaido. Yes! Let's get the supernovas in here. The 9 other pirates are the same ones who were trying to kill Luffy. Okay, not technically true. Their names are Basil Hawkins. Well, he was. X-Drake, Kid. No, Kid's part of Luffy's crew now. Capone Beige, Scratchman Apu, Jewelry Bonnie, Killer, Uruj, and Trafalgar Law. The battle has begun, and there are many casualties on both sides. Oh, we're getting right into it. The Minks are fighting the Beast Pirates, and the other pirates are fighting each other. Okay? The battle is fierce, and there's a lot of blood being shed. The Minks are losing, and the other pirates are winning. Kaido is fighting Kaido, and he's losing. Kaido's about to kill him when he is saved by Sanji. Sanji tells Luffy to run, and he does. I like this. All right, so the good guys are losing here. Kaido's running. Luffy's running away from Kaido, and he's being chased by the Beast Pirates. He's saved by Zoro, and they both escape. The battle's over, and the Minks have lost. The other pirates have won, and Kaido's still alive. This sounds to me like the raid failed. Ivan back from the card shop says, we're not going to talk about Momo beating Kaido. Did he beat Kaido? Did I miss that in its last thing that was generated? I like this. Okay, can we talk about this setup for a second? So the other supernovas show up. There's a battle royale. Minks, who's fighting who doesn't really matter. The battle is fierce. There's a lot of blood being shed. I don't remember a lot of blood being shed in in the actual Wano storyline. I don't remember a lot of blood being shed. It was more so like a Mickey Mouse sort of a battle. The raid essentially failed. KM's all fucking day says the AI just wrote its first One Piece movie. Yeah, pretty much. This sounds a bit like One Piece Stampede to me, by the way, with just Kaido taking the place of Bullet. The raid failed in the AI's version. Luffy is fighting Kaido. He loses. Kaido is about to kill him. Saved by Sanji. Doesn't matter. Great. Luffy running away from Kaido, being chased by the Beast Pirates. He's saved by Zoro. They escape. The battle's over. The Minks have lost. Sounds to me like everybody lost, but the other pirates have won. Kaido's... Okay, I like this. Okay, let's see if we can push it a little bit further. It appears the raid on Onigashima failed. And then... let's see if this breaks it. I hope this doesn't break it. Miss Super from KM's all fucking day. Make Chopper get a decent bounty. I don't know if that's going to happen even in the AI's version. Ivan back from the card shop says, can we get Carrot versus Sparrow? Sparrow. I wonder what it thinks of that. Let's see what it says here first. I hope I didn't break it. There's a big explosion. The island is destroyed. Okay, so Onigashima is done. The Straw Hats are the only ones who survived. The rest of the Straw Hat pirates and the Minks are dead. Okay, so R.I.P. Ivankov who joined. R.I.P. Inuarashi who joined. R.I.P. Kid and Killer who joined. Who the fuck else is it talking about? Does Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Usopp, Chopper, Robin, Brook, Frankie, and Jinbei survived? The rest of the Straw Hat pirates and the Minks are dead. That is very brutal. That is more brutal than I would have expected for the raid failing. They're not really any other Straw Hat pirates, but God knows what this AI is thinking of when it says that. Luffy is sad and he blames himself for the death of his friends. He says he will never forget Kaido and he will never... Guys, can we read this? I like this section. It's not perfectly written by any means, but I really like... Come on, this is nice. Imagine if something along these lines had happened in the story, right? Luffy's running away from Kaido. The battle's over, the Minks have lost. It appears the raid on Onigashima failed. Nice, nice. The Straw Hats survive, but there are many casualties, right? Luffy is sad, and he blames himself for the death of his friends. So Luffy's actually sad. Keep in mind, at no point over the course of the entire Wano arc could you ever say that Luffy was sad, that he was down about something, that he was actually upset about certain events that had transpired. Wano was a cakewalk for Luffy. He was happy from start to finish. He got angry at points, but angry is not the same as being actually sad, shaken up, hurt, spirit down, you know, things that we've seen from Luffy in many, many other arcs throughout the story, right? I want to see this man down for a little bit, just a little bit. He says he will never forgive Kaido and he will never stop fighting until he defeats him. So now we got a motivation that's based on something, right? It's based on some degree of trauma, some degree of emotional hurt, emotional pain. This is much more meaningful, in my opinion, than Luffy, I don't know, waking up in Udon, saying he's perfectly fine, showing up on the roof and being like, I'm going to surpass you, become king of the pirates. I just prefer the arcs where Luffy, it's coming from a place of emotion. Go back and read Luffy's dynamic with Crocodile. Go back and read Luffy's dynamic with Lucci. Even Luffy and Katakuri. I like these things. All right, we're going to keep all of this. This is now all canon. I like this. All right. Wade Turner says you really hate Sun God Luffy. No, I like Sun God Luffy a lot. I would just love for Luffy to have turned into Sun God Luffy after Luffy had actually been, you know, down in the dumps for a little bit of time. I would have loved that.